Sis, there's a key card hidden inside my pocket. I have already checked out the Xingwan district near your campus and secured a fully prepared apartment for you right there. If you ever feel uncomfortable at school, just go stay over there. The money on the card should comfortably sustain you for quite a while. And if it runs out, just pick up the phone and call me again. You just woke up from a coma. Your body needs to recover gradually. So stop wasting your days away on reckless partying and debauchery. Oh, and one more thing after stepping foot on campus. Someone is going to call your phone within the next hour. And once you pick it up, you are strictly forbidden from rejecting them. All right, sis, I got it. But who on earth could possibly be calling me anyway? Could be Lao Lang? Oh no, that is not it. It is a personal tutor that I went out of my way to find for you. You will find out very soon. Now get out of the car. Our familiar melody softly echoed through the air, hoping that after surviving this harrowing near-death experience, upon waking up, you might actually change for the better. They always say that when a young man finally takes love seriously, his entire being will mature in leaps and bounds. My sweet, obedient little brother, do not blame your older sister for being heartless. You need to grow up and man up already. The rest of your journey depends entirely on your own performance now. Living the life of a college student all over again. Seriously? Well, I suppose that is fine. My absolute most glorious days were spent entirely during those precious 4 years of university. Ever since crossing over into this surreal parallel world, I have barely managed to struggle through the past 3 days. In my past life, I was a brilliant computer science major, graduating from a top-tier university back on Earth, only to be struck down while chasing my grand ambitions out looking for a job, when suddenly terrible weather struck out of nowhere, and lightning struck me down 3 consecutive times, killing me instantly on the spot, leaving me stripped of even the pathetic dignity of qualifying as a low-wage restaurant worker. This world and my previous life are practically identical, except the country you reside in now is called the Hua Republic. As for the real Jiangjun, exactly 1 month ago, which happened to be the 4th day after the university semester kicked off, on that fateful Friday evening, he stubbornly insisted on driving his supercar overnight straight to Jingzhou, and as a direct result, he suffered a horrific traffic accident. Ever since the tragic collision occurred, although Jiangjun somehow miraculously survived the intensive care, he ended up trapped in a permanent vegetative state. Even though Jiangjun was admittedly a total scumbag, his family only has him as their sole surviving son and heir. For an entire month ever since he fell into that vegetative state, his family rushed around everywhere searching desperately for miracle doctors. Yet every single effort ultimately proved completely futile, until just 3 days ago, when he abruptly snapped back to consciousness, and right after waking up, in order to swiftly adapt to this brand new life, defying the strict warnings and objections of his parents. After finishing a thorough medical checkup and confirming that there were 0 underlying issues, he stubbornly insisted on returning straight to campus. The moment his older sister, Jiang Chenglan, heard about it, she felt like this kid was acting completely out of his mind, singing along like a bewildered stray track, as if he wanted to tear his own life apart piece by piece. Hello, hello. Hello. May I ask if this is Jiangjun speaking? This was a young woman's voice, and although extremely polite, when listening closely, it inexplicably radiated an intensely cold and distant vibe. Yes, hello. It is me. I am Su Minfei, the private tutor assigned to mentor you. Surely Ms. Jiang has already briefed you about this, right? Turns out the private tutor my sister tracked down for me is actually a gorgeous young woman. Ah, yes, she did mention it. I just recently stepped foot back on campus, and I am currently hanging around a convenience store near the North Gate. I happen to be right outside the North Gate as well, and I am about to head inside right now, so wait for me there. Su Minfei hung up the phone instantly without missing a beat. Jiangyun? That is indeed me. Mississippi, wait. Are you Miss Su Minfei? I am not actually an official faculty member or anything, just a senior in her 3rd year sharing the exact same major as you. Now let us head straight to the study hall for our tutoring session. Did you happen to bring your textbooks along? No, I did not bring them, Miss Su. Ah, senior, I only just returned to school today after all. That is fine. Then I will have you complete a diagnostic test first, so I can properly gauge your current academic foundation. Brothers, is there anyone out there who can feel my pain? I literally just returned to campus, and I am already forced to take a pop quiz during a tutoring session. However, even though Senior Sue looks fiercely arrogant and freezing cold, there is no denying the absolute fact that she is drop-dead gorgeous. Was that person who just walked into the study hall none other than Sue Min-Fei, the top campus belle of Harbor University? No way, I could swear I just caught a glimpse of a guy walking right alongside her into the room as well. Is it a total simp? Well, I suppose that is pretty normal. None of us haven't been through this exact phase before. So rest easy and let's not waste our energy worrying about them. Just watch. In a moment, that pathetic simp is going to get completely humiliated and chased out. Haha, I guess you actually make a valid point there. Today happens to be the weekend after all, so there aren't many people hanging around inside the study hall. The two of them picked a cozy corner seat right next to the window. And this test consists primarily of fundamental questions, with a maximum score of 100 points and 60 points to pass. I just want to gauge your baseline before tailoring a strict study plan. So let me know as soon as you finish and get started right now. Oh, right away. Is this some kind of international joke? These basic questions are ridiculously easy, and I'm not exaggerating at all. Even if you dragged someone who merely dabbles in computers over here, they would easily crush a high score without breaking sweat. Is she deliberately underestimating my intellectual capacity? After all, back in his past life, he was a certified genius majoring in computer science at a top-tier university. Throughout those undergraduate years, he relied entirely on scholarships to support himself through school. And during his spare time on campus, he even teamed up with his roommates to build custom food ordering systems for local small businesses around the university area. As much as he wanted to silently complain, he still had to sit down and finish the exam papers. A gentle breeze drifting in through the window fluttered her stray locks, and the subtle movement of her hand casually tucking her hair away left Jiang Jun completely transfixed in a daze. That sudden gust of wind seemed to have also ruffled the chaotic depths of Jiang Jun's beating heart. Just where on earth did my older sister dig up this ethereal goddess of a tutor? She is seriously breathtakingly gorgeous beyond words. Back when I was studying in college on Earth, our computer science department was basically a sausage fest, where you would run into a sea of guys no matter where you looked. Let alone ever dream of having a cute girl like this around. Wait a minute. Suddenly I feel like having a private tutor isn't so bad after all. This is an incredible opportunity, and I absolutely have to grasp it tightly with both hands, harboring a wave of subtle, fluttering excitement deep inside. He picked up his pen and immediately started tearing through the test, while Jiang Jun was deeply focused on taking his diagnostic exam. Sue Min-Fei, sitting directly across from him not too far away, secretly pulled out her phone and snapped a stealthy picture of him. Senior, why do we have to break down the tuition payments into smaller installments later on? Well, because the only way to make him take things seriously is by forcing him to pay his own way out of pocket. Plus, the tuition rates just had to be set pretty high as well. Senior, I am finally done with the test. Senior? Oh well, there were a few questions I wasn't too sure about, so I probably messed those up completely. You barely scraped by with a passing grade, which just proves your fundamental foundation is still pretty weak. It is completely fine if you don't know how to solve a question. No teacher in the world is ever going to despise a struggling student. It's just that when people clearly know they can't do the work, yet still refuse to even try, that is when you are truly speechless. Understood? I will keep that in mind. Senior, that wraps up today's diagnostic test for now. Just remember to bring your textbooks along to class tomorrow. I will let you know the exact tutoring schedule sometime tomorrow. Senior, let me walk you out for a bit. Min-Fei. Hey, take a quick look over there right now. That total simp is actually tailing the goddess outside. Ugh. TSK. That guy seriously has skin as thick as a brick wall, hanging on her like sticky glue for this long. Let's add each other on WeChat so it's easier to stay in touch. Regarding our makeup sessions, let me scan your code real quick. Oh, sure thing. Holy crap, did Campus Belle Sue Min-Fei just now actually scan that kid's phone QR code? There is no way in hell she just added him as a friend. right? No way, absolutely impossible, absolutely no shot. You'd have an easier time believing the campus belle friend him than believing I am the legendary first emperor of China. Friend, who the hell knows what kind of nonsense that was? From my point of view, our senior definitely found that annoying brat way too bothersome, and probably just scanned his code to toss him some pocket change to ditch him. Ha! You really have to hand it to the students of Harvard University. Their imaginations are genuinely out of this world. After sending Suman Fei off, Jiang Jun turned right back around into the study hall to pack up his personal belongings, when suddenly, right there on the desk in front of him, an extraordinarily cute little item caught his eye and fell straight into his field of vision. It was a pink, bear-shaped water bottle, and the cap on top of the bottle was still left wide open. Turns out my cool, Ice Queen Senior actually forgot her water bottle behind. Who would have ever guessed that a gorgeous yet freezing cold senior like her would actually use something as ridiculously adorable as this? After stepping right out of the study hall, Jiang Jun immediately headed up toward the dormitory building. Old Jiang, you are finally back at long last. Why didn't you give the brothers a heads up beforehand? How are those injuries holding up on your body? If I were still in bad shape, I wouldn't have been able to make it back to campus. Well, as long as you're totally fine, that's what matters. My man, the semester had barely just kicked off, and you ended up hospitalized for a solid month. Everyone was worried sick out of their minds over you. Honestly, getting the chance to return to campus life once again feels so liberating and comfortable. I honestly feel like I've been completely reborn. All right, where Hua Zi and the other guys? Ing Jiao went out and still hasn't returned yet. He claimed he was heading out to practice calligraphy, and Xiaoziu is currently inside munching on some snacks right now. Hua Zi, you motherfucker, dare say that one more time, and I swear I'll shove those hot snacks straight down your throat right now. Holy crap, turns out old Jiang is actually back. A campus as wonderful as this one. I really should have returned much sooner. Right. Anyway, getting back safely is what matters most. Tonight we definitely have to throw a massive feast. And let's make sure to invite Lao Lang along too. Old Jiang, Xiaoziu is totally right about that. Tonight during our drinking session, you got to down a few extra rounds with Lao Lang. After all, your entire bed was cleaned up thanks to him. TSK, you really have to hand it to him. That playboy is genuinely your ride or die best friend. No problem at all. Drinks are on me tonight. Speak of the Lao Lang. Talk about Chow Chow, and Chow Chow arrives right on cue. Hello, Lao Lang. Jiang Jun, you absolute son of a. If your older sister hadn't just tipped me off a moment ago that you had already made it back to campus, this guy here wouldn't have even had a single clue about it. Spit it out. Where is your gorgeous sister right now? Because Jiang Chenglan used to be the legendary campus queen of Harbor University back in the day, combined with their many years of close-knit friendship. Xinlang always loved Xinjiang Yun mercilessly by jokingly calling himself his future brother-in-law. Get lost, my sister already headed back home. So you better get your ass over here right now and face your doom. Hearing those words, Jiang Jun gave a bitter smile and lowered his phone. Then he headed back downstairs together with Shun Lang. Hey, just now on the way back to the dorms. I overheard some schoolmates gossiping that today some total idiot actually had the nerve to stalk our campus belle, Senior Sue, all the way inside the study hall. That little punk's got some serious guts. Wasn't he scared of getting beaten up? Campus belle Senior Sue in the study hall. Wait, aren't they talking directly about me right now? Turns out my assigned private tutor is actually a legendary campus queen. No wonder she looked so breathtakingly gorgeous. Why on earth are you staring at me like that? Yun, Pool. Is your brain still not fully recovered from the injury, or what? Did you suddenly run a high fever again? The person you're talking about isn't some random idiot at all. It was literally me, and she even proactively added me on WeChat, too. Sure. My good brother, you can try fooling other people all you want. Just don't try to gaslight yourself, alright? I am seriously not lying to you at all. Nope. Denial denied. Absolute denial. Look at you panicking and sweating bullets over there. Senior is literally my private tutor hired to help me catch up on studies. Where on earth is your dirty mind wandering off to? A private tutor? Other people's private tutors are basically just greasy, slovenly nerds. Yet Jiang Jun's private tutor turns out to be a certified campus belle. ranking right at the top of Harvard University's popularity charts? How is any of that fair? This is seriously making me want to rip my hair out in pure jealousy. You little punk, if you needed tutoring, why didn't you just come to me? After all, your bro here successfully switched majors purely based on sheer skill. So I definitely wouldn't lose to her by any stretch of the imagination. Got it. I'm heading right over there now. Your complexion is looking a bit off, though. Who the hell was calling your phone just now? That you purposefully had to wander off so far away to answer it? Wait, it's really nothing at all. Hey, Jiang Yun. Walking over at that exact moment was another one of Jiang Jun's roommates. Li Jiajian. Haha, when did you get back, kid? Just a second ago, I genuinely thought I was hallucinating. Brother Jiajian, your eyes weren't playing tricks on you at all. It really is me. I just got back this morning. It's me. I just got back this morning. Ah, Ingjia, you returned at the absolute perfect time. I have a quick errand to run outside for a moment. So you two go ahead and catch up. Lao Lang. Don't forget we're all rallying together for drinks at the dorm tonight. Okay, no problem at all. Even though just now, after hanging up that phone call, he didn't say a single word about it to me, yet relying on our years of deep, close-knit friendship. Deep down inside, Jiang Jun knew very well that this punk was definitely hiding something from him. The drinks are all lined up and ready, but we're still missing some snacks. Shunlang is seriously slacking off big time. He claimed he was already on his way back half an hour ago. So why on earth hasn't he shown up yet? No worries, I'll head downstairs right now and pick some up. What do you guys want to eat? Just drop your orders straight into the group chat. Lao Lang, where on earth are you right now? Tonight's drinking party is about to kick off, and you're literally the only one missing. I'm already out buying some snacks as we speak. So just head straight back to the dorm and wait for me there. No need to go out buying anything else. Got it loud and clear. Fei Fei, you've been getting off work later and later lately. You need to remember you're still a college student. Why does it always feel like you graduated early and are already grinding away like a 9 to 5 office worker? I think it's pretty normal, honestly. I just got promoted to store manager recently, so having a bit more workload is totally understandable. Well, all right then. All right, I actually have something I've been dying to ask you. I almost completely forgot about it. Fei Fei, you better come clean right now and confess. Who on earth is this little puppy of a guy? Fei Fei, did you know that ever since this morning, the school intranet and campus forums have been completely flooded with this video of you? It's super viral. In my wildest dreams, I never would have imagined that there would come a day when I'd be sipping sweet tea while gossiping about my very own best friend's romance. What puppy? What nonsense are you talking about? The little puppy that one was referring to right then was none other than Jiang Jun himself. However, what kind of big deal was this anyway? Total comes out to 233 yuan. Could you drop the odd change and just charge me 230 flat? Thank you so much, mister. Isn't that literally your own little puppy of a guy today? Units of tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. Gods preserve us. That odd change alone adds up to over 23,000 yuan. I honestly never expected him to be sitting on this much cash. Earlier this morning, right when I first arrived on campus, my older sister, Jiang Chunlan, even told me that the money should be plenty, but if it runs out to just call her for a rescue. This overwhelming wealth and luxury has finally fallen into my hands. Mister. Handsome young man, what's wrong? Is it not enough money? If you're short on cash, it's totally fine. You could just drop by next time and pay me back later. No. I have enough money, mister. Thank you so much. At that moment, Jiang Jun stared down at his phone with a goofy grin, his eyes glowing brightly as he put on a smug, delusional display. After Sumin Fei caught sight of that, her expression gradually darkened and turned gloomy, hearing from what the senior had mentioned. The reason Jiang Jun had skipped school for a month since the semester started was due to a severe traffic accident, meaning his head had suffered a major impact, and every concussion he sustained was quite critical. Could it be that the injury on his head still hasn't fully healed yet? Let's go. There's nothing interesting worth watching here anyway. He is not some little puppy at all, nor is he a rumored boyfriend like everyone is gossiping about. That being said, even though that little puppy looks quite handsome, with a tall, athletic build and a radiant vibe, I still feel like if our dear Fei Fei really wants to break out of singlehood, that little puppy boy needs to be way more exceptional to be worthy of her. His name is Jiang Jun. He is a freshman majoring in computer science. And at the same time, he is also my tutoring student, whom I just agreed to take on as a private tutor today. Jiang Yun. Could that be the same Jiang Jun who drove a supercar to campus? Yet he got into a traffic accident just a few days after starting school. Is that him? That figure walking away looks so awfully familiar. Wait, isn't that our fairy-like private tutor? The drinking snacks are finally here. If it's not enough, we can always order more later. Oh man. Ha ha. Let me tell you guys what happened. This afternoon, while taking a nap, I actually dreamt of our gorgeous senior. None other than our campus belle, Suman Fei. I seriously have this strong gut feeling that, who knows, maybe one day she'll actually become the daughter-in-law of our dorm room, right alongside us. If I could ever score a top-tier goddess girlfriend like Suman Fei, then even if you force me to drive supercars and live in a massive mansion, I'd gladly suffer through it with a smile. Ha! Holy crap. No wonder something sounded totally off about that. You're as sly as a fox, always biting off more than you can chew. All right, cut him some slack for a second. Whichever one of you starts feeling the heat with dark urine later, hurry up and splash some cold water on him to wake him from his daydream. Ha 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 ha. Old Jiang. All that bullshitting we just did actually gave me an idea. What if one day, both your older sister and Suman Fei started chasing after me? Who do you think I should choose out of the two? Choose your own damn funeral. Get lost, ha ha ha. Glancing down at the desk, where that cute pink thermal water bottle was placed, deep inside his mind, an intensely familiar face unconsciously flashed across his thoughts. If it wasn't Suman Fei's breathtaking beauty, then who else could it possibly be? Especially back during our tutoring session in the study hall yesterday. She was sitting right beside the window, with her hair gently fluttering in the breeze. It was genuinely mesmerizing. Talk about getting exactly what you wished for. Are you awake yet? Our tutoring session starts sharp at 8 a.m., and the location is still the same study hall as yesterday. Remember to bring your major-specific textbooks along with you. I literally just woke up. But isn't today supposed to be the weekend? Senior, can I snooze for just a little bit longer? Absolutely not. The freshman curriculum is brutally heavy. You've already missed way too many lessons, and your fundamental baseline is still pretty weak, so you need to put in even more makeup study hours. Being forced to attend tutoring on the weekend is bad enough, but dragging me out at the crack of dawn like this? At this rate, how is this any different from attending regular classes on a normal school day? Just as Jiang Jun stepped right up to the entrance of the study hall, the skies suddenly opened up and poured down a torrential rain. Inside the study hall itself, there was absolutely zero trace of Suman Fei anywhere in sight. It is almost 8:30 already. Shouldn't my senior have arrived at the study hall bright and early by now? I have already arrived at the study hall. Senior, did I happen to show up way too early? No, it is I who am running late. I am currently stuck at cafeteria number 2. As I was just about to leave, the skies suddenly poured down with rain. So go ahead and review your materials by yourself for a bit. Wait, what does that even mean? Does that mean my senior didn't bring an umbrella along, and now she's unfortunately trapped over at cafeteria number 2? On such a lovely weekend morning like this, why on earth do we have to schedule makeup classes? This stubborn rain isn't going to let up anytime soon. Senior, let's go. Senior, watch your step carefully down there. The rain-soaked stairs are extremely slick and slippery. Thank you so much. Jiang Jun could suddenly catch a faint, lingering fragrance, blending together with the fresh, crisp air, following the rain as it drifted straight into his nostrils. Could it be that? Drop-dead gorgeous girls always smell this irresistibly amazing. All the time. At this moment, Suman Fei couldn't help but feel a little helpless inside, yet intertwined with a subtle touch of warmth and embarrassment. The two of them walked all the way back to the study hall. Senior, are you perhaps looking for this right now? Suman Fei's expression froze in utter astonishment for a split second. Turns out the water bottle she lost yesterday was actually picked up and kept safe by him. Yesterday, when leaving the study hall, you were in such a rush, Senior, that you completely forgot this water bottle behind. I spotted it, so I brought it back to take care of it for you. Oh right, the water inside the bottle is still totally fine to drink. I poured out the old water and refilled it with fresh warm water this morning. Thank you so much. Let us start with the foundational theories of our specialized major. The commonly used number systems are binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal. I will explain the decimal numbering system first. And the very first thing to master is the definition, which is very simple. The base number is 10, meaning every time you reach 10, you carry 1 over to the next column. She is seriously breathtakingly gorgeous beyond words. Suddenly, Jiang Yun finally started to fully understand his roommates and why they were so obsessively delusional over her. Just ask any guy in this entire world, is there anyone who wouldn't want their girlfriend to be a heavenly, ethereal campus belle like her? Junior, please focus and be a little more serious during class. Stop letting your mind wander in the clouds and staring all around. I'm only going to explain the contents in this textbook once, because you'll have to take a test right after this. The real problem is, how on earth is anyone supposed to focus when she is this breathtakingly gorgeous? Is this supposed to be an actual study session? Or is this a cruel test of my sheer willpower and endurance? I understand, my fairy-like private tutor. What did you just call me? Huh? No, I didn't call you anything at all. Where did you leave off explaining just now, senior? Let's keep going, yes. This is a pop quiz, covering everything I just finished explaining to you, with a maximum possible score of 100 points. And you need to score at least 90 points before I acknowledge that you've truly mastered the material. Furthermore, starting from today onwards, we need to calculate the cost for these makeup lessons, since you missed a solid month of the curriculum, and I have no idea how long it will take you to catch up. So for now, let's just bill it session by session. No problem at all, just like Senior said. My foundational baseline is way too weak, so trying to predict when I'll finally be able to catch up with the rest of the class is genuinely hard to say. So tell me, Senior, how much is the tuition fee for these makeup sessions? Let me transfer the money straight to you right now. No rush, just finish taking your test first. We can talk about money a bit later. If I weren't afraid of overcharging him too blatantly, even if you charged this punk 300 to 500 yuan an hour, this big sister right here would vote in favor with both hands and feet. I've got to teach that little brat a lesson, so he learns just how agonizingly hard it is to earn money, putting an end to his reckless habit of splashing cash like water. Senior, I am finally finished with the test. My dear Junior Jiang Jun, may I ask what on earth your empty skull was doing just now? Ah, Senior Su, I was genuinely listening to your lecture the whole time. Is that so? You listened to my entire lecture before taking the test, yet the final result is that you only managed to scrape by with 65 points? You have got to be kidding me. These were all supposed to be extremely fundamental, basic questions. Just take a look at your 4 multiple-choice questions right here. You clearly picked option D right from the start, which was completely correct. So why on earth did you keep hesitating and second-guessing yourself? Only to stubbornly change your answer to option B no matter what. Well, I just didn't have enough confidence in my own chosen answer. So that's why I erased it and changed it. The cold, hard truth proves that. No matter if she is an Ice Queen campus belle or a stunningly gorgeous senior, the moment anyone steps foot into a teaching role and encounters a hopelessly struggling student, their temper and blood pressure will undoubtedly skyrocket in direct, absolute proportion to each other. Senior Su. Ah, Teacher Su. I was genuinely paying absolute attention to your lecture the whole time. But as a student, let me be completely honest with you. Living in this world for all these years, I have never once laid eyes upon any young teacher with skin as fair and a face as breathtaking as yours. I desperately wanted to focus and concentrate seriously too, but inside my head, there kept echoing this continuous sound. That completely derailed my attention. Naturally, a sincere compliment, completely devoid of any deceit or slick maneuvering, is always the easiest thing to touch a person's heart, and even a freezing cold campus belle senior like her was certainly no exception. What kind of sound are you talking about? It was literally the sound of an alarm blaring warning bells for a pretty girl over there. Look over quick, hey. Teacher Sue, truth be told, maybe if during your lectures, You tried adding a little bit of spice to make things more engaging. Your students would have a much easier time absorbing the material. Besides, Teacher Sue's voice is already so irresistibly sweet. There's really no need to put on such a cold, distant act all the time, right? Hey, what is wrong with you? Wait a minute. This trick is pure flattery disguised as criticism. You bombed your test with a terrible score. Yet you're turning around and blaming my teaching style for it? So suddenly it's all my fault now? I am so pissed off I could scream, but I still have to hold it in. Teacher Sue, please don't get angry at me. I know for a fact that I'm definitely at fault here too. After all, this is your very first time working as a private tutor, and it's also my very first time attending makeup classes. So both of us are absolute beginners at this. So having a few minor mistakes is totally normal and expected. Sue Minfei's face suddenly flushed a bright crimson. Somehow this phrasing sounded a little bit off. Yet she couldn't quite pinpoint exactly what was wrong with it. I solemnly promise you, Teacher Sue, if you're willing to switch up your teaching style just a tiny bit, I swear on my life that my next test score will jump up by at least 5 points. Whatever I say, I will follow through on, no matter what anyone says. This sharp, handsome young man, standing right in front of her, was still the actual younger brother of her senior and employer. Plus, she desperately needed this part-time job herself. I will take what you just said under consideration. And as for whether I'll actually reference it to change my teaching method, I'll first check out some online lectures over the next couple of days to see how other teachers run their classes before making my final decision. However, if you keep maintaining this exact same slack attitude toward your studies, not only will your grades end up lagging miserably behind, causing you to ultimately fail your final exams, but you'll also end up burning through a massive pile of cash on makeup tuition. My private tutoring fees are definitely not cheap by any means. So at the end of the day, the only person who's going to lose out big time is you. I'm about to make a massive fortune here. How on earth could I possibly ever lose money? There's no way in hell that's going to happen. So Teacher Sue can rest easy. So tell me, how much is Teacher Sue charging per hour for these makeup sessions? 80 yuan per hour. For an ordinary college student, this pricing rate is practically highway robbery. Yet for someone like Jiang Jun, it was nothing more than loose change, hardly worth mentioning. Consider this test as your homework assignment. There are still more questions printed on the back page, so make sure to hand it in to me during our next tutoring session. Next time? What time exactly do you mean by that? I'm tentatively planning for Tuesday, and I'll let you know the exact time later. Tomorrow is Monday, and you freshmen already have your schedules completely packed, so we won't be doing any makeup classes then. Dropping those parting words behind, Sue Minfei swiftly packed up her belongings into her handbag, having lived her entire past life as a total bookworm. In my past life, I was just a walking bookworm for my entire existence. Spent over 15 years of school blindly burying her face in textbooks, always acting as the top-ranking academic powerhouse. So could it be that in this lifetime, she's destined to grind herself to the bone studying all over again? For her entire life, without ever being able to flirt, date, or enjoy a sweet romance. Whatever is about to happen next is guaranteed to become more and more fascinating by the minute, just because today's schedule was completely packed to the brim. In reality, it felt no different than just moving to a different seat to zone out and stare blankly. The 4 guys from dormitory 406 were sitting in a straight row, with only a few minutes left until class officially began. Look at you actually doing your homework voluntarily today. How come we never noticed this side of you before? Old buddy Jiang? To think your family's Jiang Jun had such a diligently hard-working side to him, huh? Ha! But there's a popular saying online that even 1,000 pieces of gold wouldn't trade for a prodigal son turning over a new leaf. So how about this, old Jiang? Since I'm ahead of you by a full month of studies, plus I hold the prestigious title of your big brother class monitor right here. Basically, whenever there's anything you don't understand, feel free to ask me. I swear I'll spill my guts out and guide you through every single detail. All right, big brother monitor. Then let me ask you a single question instead. Do you prefer calling me daddy or mommy? Huh? Who on earth is Professor Qin Hai? He is an absolute legend and seasoned veteran of the information technology department. Not to mention just within Gangxin University, but across the entire IT industry of China. Qin Hai has always been a brilliant professor, revered and respected by everyone. At the same time, Professor Qin Hai also holds another significant identity, as he is none other than Su Menfei's thesis advisor, sharing a close, tightly knit mentor-student bond with her. Jiang Yun, it's been nearly a month since I last saw you. How is your health recovering so far? Thank you so much for your concern, Professor Qin. My health has fully recovered now, which is why I've finally returned to campus to resume my studies. Well, that is wonderful to hear. Now that you're back in class, you need to take your academics seriously. Understood? After all, you've already missed a solid month's worth of curriculum, and if you end up failing any courses, the consequences will be severe. Yes. Yes, I understand. Professor Qin can rest easy. I will absolutely not let myself fail any classes, because I am fully and clearly aware of just how vital it is that I rapidly catch up with the study pace. Well, if you say so, let's hope you actually mean it. All right, students, let's officially begin our lecture. Old Jiang, Professor Qin is gone now. You don't need to put on such a grand act in front of us. And you definitely don't have to fake being this serious anymore. If you act so deep in character, you might actually fool yourself into believing it by now. This kid was bedridden for over a month, and the moment he returns to campus, it's like he's suddenly been enlightened by the absolute truth of studying. And just like that, the agonizingly long school day finally passed by smoothly. Having a schedule packed tight from morning till evening on a Monday was, for a bunch of freshmen, truly the most physically draining day of the entire week. No wonder that by nighttime, inside dormitory 406, apart from Jiangjun, the other three guys were all buried headfirst in their homework, scratching their heads and wringing their hands in utter misery, with expressions on their faces scrunched up worse than a bunch of monkeys. Why on earth do I have this overwhelming feeling that, even after getting into college, the crushing pressure of last year's college entrance exams is still clinging onto me like a curse and refusing to let go? Nothing we can do about it. Who told us to still be freshmen? They say sophomore year gets just a tiny bit better, and once you reach junior and senior year, the number of classes will finally drop down. Old Jiang, it's still the crack of dawn. What on earth are you doing climbing up onto your bed like that? Even if you want to pull off some shady, sketchy business up there, at least wait until it's later and the lights are out. Or go lock yourself in the bathroom, right? Spot on, man. No wonder. Just a moment ago, I felt my own bed, shaking and swaying gently right along with the rhythm. Open your ears wide and listen up closely. Holy crap. I knew right away you were just faking it. Everyone else is busting their asses running around trying to finish homework. But look at you, Mr. Fancy Free. You take a shower and immediately climb up to game all night. If you don't call me daddy 10 times tomorrow morning, don't even dream of getting a single copy of my homework. Rest easy, my good little children. Real men say a hard no to copying homework. This pathetic, trifling homework right here is a piece of cake practically as easy as eating candy. Right after launching the game, the moment Jiang Jun logged into his account, his eyes instantly caught sight of a strikingly familiar name, glowing brightly on the right side of his screen. Guy Wendy Von Meet, Senior Private Tutor Su Menfei, with a rank of Eternal Diamond V. Ha! Holy crap, why didn't she just name herself Dirty Talking Angela instead? How utterly fascinating. Taking a look at his own tier rank. Honor of Kings, 65 stars. Turns out this world of China also featured a game just like this one. And what's more, this game was practically an exact carbon copy clone of the one he used to play back then, with literally zero notable differences whatsoever. Tiang Yun stilt isu min fais gaming. And after chuckling mockingly to himself for barely 10 seconds, right? The very next second, he saw that Su Menfei had just finished a match, with her status displaying that she was currently looking for a team in the lobby. However, her rank tier at this exact moment had updated to read Noble Platinum 1. Looks like she totally just lost her match over there. Guy Wendy Don't Meet has invited you to join a 5 versus 5 rank party lobby. Heck yeah, accept immediately. Successfully entered the waiting room. Yet the match couldn't be started just yet, because the rank tier gap between the two players was simply too vast. Junyo Jiangyun. Just what did you promise me earlier today, huh? Have you actually finished the homework assignment I assigned you? That you've already got the nerve to hop online and game like this? I was wondering why your academic baseline was so hopelessly weak. Turns out it's because you've got such an outrageously high gaming rank. You must be completely addicted to gaming, aren't you? Even across a digital screen, one could practically feel just how massive her pin-up frustration and fury were. After losing that last match and dropping rank, Teacher Sue, the homework you assigned has already been completely handled by me, which is why I just logged on to play a couple of quick matches. Besides, my poor academic performance has nothing to do with playing video games. There is no way in hell I'm addicted to anything like that. I play it regularly every single day, yet I don't feel addicted at all. A casual match effortlessly begins on a pleasant October afternoon, right after taking a quick afternoon nap, when dragging yourself out of bed feels like an absolute chore. Oh man, the agony is real. Why couldn't Tuesday afternoon's class today be scheduled just a little bit later in the day? I seriously want to snooze for just a little bit longer. Bro, go run for student council president or something. Once you finally become a school leader, you can arrange the schedule however you want. Right after class wraps up later, remember to bring your textbooks and homework along for your makeup session. I'm already waiting for you downstairs at the lecture building. Class is almost over. The weather looks pretty nice today, huh? Anyone down to shoot some hoops later? I'm totally down. Anyway, I'm fully wide awake now anyway. You guys go ahead and play, count me out. I gotta swing by the calligraphy club later. I can't go either. I still have private tutoring to attend, since I am, after all, a guy who is utterly passionate about studying. Get lost. Seriously. Now that I think about it. Old Jiang, who on earth is the person tutoring you anyway? I've been dying of curiosity about this for ages. Jiang Jun's private tutor was Su Minfei, and up until this very moment, only Shenlang and Li Jiajie knew about this secret. When it comes to the affairs of the Jianghu, you kids better tone it down and stop being so nosy. Look at those super cute club boots set up over there, ha! Now recruiting members for the guitar club. It's seriously so lively here. Sorry to keep you waiting so long, senior. No worries at all. I only just arrived a short while ago myself. Good afternoon, fellow students. My name is Ta Air Guy, and I am a newly appointed president of the guitar club, because our club recently went through a reshuffling of our student executive committee. The recruitment of new members had to be pushed back, all the way until now. You can say that again. This guy's name is certainly uniquely bizarre. However, that's not even the main point, since the one who shows up last is always the ultimate boss. Everyone. Doesn't the guitar in my hands look gorgeous? So gorgeous. Ha ha, gorgeous, right? And let me tell you guys a little secret. This guitar right here was actually left behind by our former club president. It even still has an autograph signed right on it, you know? You guys came at the absolute right time. Our guitar club just happens to be running a special event right now. So any new member who registers to join the club and already knows how to play basic guitar can come right up here and perform on the spot as a special welcome to the club bonus. Whoever delivers the most outstanding guitar performance will ultimately win the guitar right here in my hands. Right here. If you miss this boat, there won't be another ride like it anywhere else. Step right up and boldly sign up. Wait, is this for real or just a joke? That is the guitar left behind by the former president. And it even comes with an autograph. Just based on that point alone, no matter what, I've got to charge forward and give it a shot. Teacher Su. You like that guitar, don't you? Come sit down right over here. Teacher Sue, just sit back and watch me show off my skills for you. And I'll win that guitar and bring it right back for you. From what she remembered, Senior had once told her before that Jiang Jun didn't like anything related to musical instruments at all. President Ta, sign me up for the guitar club. I also want to participate in this event. All right then, my junior freshman friend over here. First off, please introduce yourself, and then tell us what performance piece you're planning to rock. Hello, fellow students. My name is Jiang Jun, and I'm a freshman from the Information Technology Department. Next, I will be performing a piece where I both play the guitar and sing at the same time. Am I seeing things or what? Just when Senior Sue and this fresh-faced junior student locked eyes with each other, her gaze seemed to instinctively dodge away for a second, right? Plus, just a moment ago, this junior student over here was literally walking over from Senior Sue's direction to come all the way over here, wasn't he? Wait a minute. This name Jiang Jun sounds oddly familiar. Could he possibly be that guy from the campus forum? A song called The Girl is what I'd like to dedicate to everyone here. What was said on the campus forum earlier might very well be the absolute truth after all. The whispering murmurs and buzz of gossip grew louder by the minute, as Sue and Faye slowly managed to collect her thoughts. Senior Sue, what a pity you arrived just a little bit too late. That junior kid over there just played and sang that song The Girl just now, and it sounded seriously so soothing to the ears. His guitar, playing, and vocal skills are totally top tier. Senior, I've already won this guitar. If you didn't manage to hear that song clearly just a moment ago, then missing out on it is honestly such a waste. However, if Senior still wants to listen, I wouldn't mind performing another song for you at all. Just to test out this brand new guitar I just won. What song would Senior like to hear? Or how about this? I'll play the guitar for you, and Senior can sing a song instead. How does that sound? This little punk sure knows how to flatter someone. Giving him an inch, and he instantly takes a mile, right? This freshman has got some serious guts, actually daring to speak so boldly to the campus belle. And on top of that, asking Senior Sue to sing right on the spot. Isn't this guy being way too arrogant? Talk about asking to humiliate himself in public. Let's see how he plans to save face after getting rejected. As a guy myself, I actually thought this punk looked pretty cool a moment ago. But since he dares to flirt with Senior Sue, I just hope he digs his own grave. All right. But seeing as you sing pretty well yourself, hand the guitar over to me, and I can play the accompaniment for you to sing. What did she just say? Senior not only agreed, but she's actually willing to play the accompaniment for that punk to sing. What kind of insanely lucky dog shit did this guy step in to get this lucky? Senior, you know how to play the guitar too? You'll find out in a minute. Since it's come to this, what song should I sing then? Let's go with a fairly simple classic, Sunny Day. Deal. The little yellow flower of an ancient tale. As the familiar and melodious intro chords drifted into the air, deep inside Jiang Jun's heart, he finally let out a heavy sigh of relief, because he had been worried that this world of China would have a lot of discrepancies compared to his own past life world, because if that were true, the songs wouldn't match up at all. Fortunately, he was just overthinking things entirely on his own, as this place felt just like a mirror reflection world, where whatever existed over there also existed right here, with perhaps only slight discrepancies existing in terms of timeline. Regardless of whether it's playing instruments or singing, this kid is actually seriously talented. Could it be that Senior wasn't telling me the truth? Or has he always been hiding these skills all along? Never did I expect that during our guitar club's generation transition, we'd still get the chance to hear Senior Sue play. Our former president's playing is always as melodious and soothing to the ears as ever. Mr. President, the club's recruitment event, and the guitar left behind by the former president have already been successfully claimed by someone. This also means that our event for today officially comes to a close right here. Sorry about that, Senior. I honestly had no idea that you were actually the former president of the guitar club. It's nothing. From now on, this guitar belongs to you, so make sure you take good care of it. Aren't you going in? Where are you heading, Senior? For tutoring? Studying. Glancing around the study hall with a quick sweep of her eyes, the interior was already practically packed to full capacity. Senior, it looks pretty crowded in there. Should we still go inside? We're not going in. There's still somewhere else we can go. Follow me. Thank you. Don't be so overly polite, Senior. Meng Nan. Huh, Senior, this place clearly looks so artsy and aesthetic. Why on earth is the shop name so bizarre? What's so bizarre about it? Just look at that. Meng Nan. Is it because this cafe is packed full of rugged, muscular guys? Huh, it's Meng Nan. As in the cafe name, they all share the exact same pronunciation, so it's super easy to misunderstand. Please forgive me, Senior. No sooner had those words left his mouth than someone pushed open the door and stepped out from the office area next to the front reception desk. Fei, it's not even work hours yet. How come you arrived so early today? You have to know that ever since forever, Sue and Fei had always come to the cafe entirely by herself, let alone ever bringing a guy along with her. However, This young man actually looks pretty sharp and handsome too. And moreover, when he opened the door just a moment ago, his posture and mannerisms were seriously so suave and gentlemanly. There's still an hour before work starts. Sister Nan, I happened to arrive at the cafe early and wanted to borrow a private spot from you. Ah, no wonder. You know, there are private rooms upstairs on the second floor. Truly an ideal little hideaway for a young couple to go on a date. Hello, it's me. Well, this is great. Saves us the trouble of having to explain everything. It won't take up too much of your time. Why does that sound so weird and suspicious? What I meant was that we're here for tutoring. I know. Just close the door behind you. All right, take out the homework I assigned you yesterday. Jiang Jun pulled the homework out of his backpack, and with both hands held out cautiously, placed it down on Su Minfei's desk. Even though yesterday, all of this knowledge had already been thoroughly explained to him once. Jiang Jun still got quite a few questions wrong. And what's more, there were even 2 questions that she had previously gone out of her way to explain to him twice. Yet he still managed to mess them up. Right at the exact moment, Su Minfei's blood pressure spiked through the roof. Deep inside her mind, she silently calculated everything in her head. His test score estimate: 70 points. You certainly keep your promises, don't you? You said every test would go up by 5 points, and it genuinely only went up by exactly 5 points. But back then you said it would increase by at least 5 points. Not that it would only increase by 5 points. About that. We gotta take things step by step, senior. Teacher Su, when dealing with a student whose foundation is completely blank, shouldn't you try to be just a little bit more patient? I did say it would increase by at least 5 points. It's just that. I failed, but hey, it still went up by 5 points anyway. Even though I failed successfully, my failure was still a huge success. Isn't this basically a form of success in its own right? Teacher Su, don't you think I hit the nail on the head? Don't lose your temper. After all, this is my very first time being a tutor. Back then, I'd already tasted all sorts of exhausting part-time jobs, so I've been through all. You get used to it gradually. Everything is bound to be just fine. Teacher Su, are you trying to lower your own blood pressure right now? She clearly had a hard time swallowing her anger just now, and now it's flaring up tenfold all over again. No matter how arrogant and high and mighty of a campus goddess she is, she's still made of flesh and bone just like anyone else, and she gets pissed off just like anybody else. Teacher Su, I was wrong. From here on out, I will definitely study hard, and my score on the next test is guaranteed to jump by way more than just 5 points. And if you can't pull it off, what happens if you fail? On the very next test, I promise my score will be a whole 10 points higher than the last one. And if I fail to deliver, Lin Yi, Diangyun, will treat Teacher Su to a nice meal at Lan Hotel. You can order whatever fancy delicacies and seafood you want. Deal? You're the one who said it yourself. Well then, Teacher Su, what if I actually pull it off? If I manage to do it, then Teacher Su has to treat me to a meal in return, and I get to pick the spot. Of course, it definitely won't be at Lan Hotel. Deal? Deal. All right, let's stop wasting time and start the lesson already. Truth be told, all of these academic concepts had already been mastered by Jiang Jun ages ago. Every time he attends a lecture in class, the entire academic curriculum taught right there in the lecture hall always left Jiang Jun feeling utterly bored and listless, the exact feeling of a university student sitting around listening to a senior earnestly teach them elementary school knowledge. However, when Jiang Jun was around Su Minfei, not only did he not find it dull in the slightest, but while doing problems, he even felt deep down inside like he was gaining new insights through reviewing the old. What's wrong with doing basic homework problems anyway? Perhaps we're learning that basic knowledge wasn't even the point, as the only thing that truly mattered was who was teaching him. I noticed you were taking notes just now, so why don't you review everything I just went over on your own? I can spell it out loud and clear for you right now. The next test I hand down to you will focus heavily on these 3 major chapters, which I've carefully handpicked and filtered into exam questions. Keep your nose in your books. I'm heading out to take care of something quick. Where on earth is Senior going, I wonder? Could it be that besides tutoring him, Senior is also working other part-time jobs? Right at that moment, Su Minfei leaned forward slightly, her face blooming into a gentle and tender smile, as she patiently talked to a few middle school kids. In those photos of Suman Fei, her hands were crossed behind her back, her spine held straight and proud. As her gaze followed the kids walking toward the large bookshelf, a warm smile lingered faintly across her cheeks, and her eyes overflowed with such boundless tenderness. This exact photo right here, time to get to work. That's right. Jiang Jun not only secretly snapped a picture of Suman Fei, but he also wanted to sketch out her gorgeous, gentle appearance from the photo onto paper. It is rare indeed for this guy to actually sit quietly and obediently read and take notes. It's truly no easy feat. As everyone knows, when a guy is fully focused on whatever he's doing, that is precisely the moment when his handsome charm shines the brightest. As long as this guy isn't pulling any annoying pranks, he actually looks pretty sharp and dashing when he's being serious. Back in his past life, Jiang Jun's greatest passions in life were music and fine art. He'd had an interest in art ever since he was a little kid, while music didn't enter his life until high school. But the tragedy of his past life was that he was an orphan, and his adoptive parents passed away early. So whether it came to music or fine art, he had to figure everything out and teach himself, completely lacking the tuition money to ever go professional. All he could do was rely on his personal passion to nurture and sustain it. Who would have ever guessed that in this life he'd actually get the chance to let his hidden talents shine out in the open? We can head out now. All right, I'll pack up my things right away. Actually, you didn't need to hang around this late before heading back. You could have easily finished class and gone off to eat dinner much earlier. However, seeing as you had such a serious attitude towards studying today, I'll treat you to dinner tonight. What do you want to eat? Since Senior has so kindly offered to treat me to dinner, even if it meant eating at Lan Hotel, I'd gladly tag along. I'm just kidding, Senior. Whatever you want to eat, I'll eat that too. Anything goes. In no time at all, Suman Fei led Jiang Jun into a beef hot pot restaurant. This place used a QR code scanning system for ordering, and her code allowed multiple people at the same table to use it simultaneously. Can you handle spicy food? Yes, absolutely. Of course, that's not a problem at all. Are you sure? Positive. All right. Hold on a second. Don't rush to eat just yet. Oh, I noticed back in the private room upstairs earlier that you were studying super hard and burying yourself in your books. So hurry up and pull out your notes from this afternoon, and let me inspect them all over. Oh, Senior? Did you say you wanted to borrow my notebooks just now? Wait, no. Where on earth would I even get notebooks from? If not, then about that thing. Senior, notebooks are considered personal privacy too, you know? How can you just casually let other people look at them? How about we just drop it? That's true. I suppose delicious food is also deeply personal, so I guess I won't share it anymore. Senior, wait. Are you handing it over or not? Here, take it. Senior, I just sent it over to you. So this is the notebook you were talking about, huh? That's right. Since Senior is my personal tutor teaching me, and I sketched out your flawless appearance instead, couldn't you say this counts as taking lecture notes too? Goodness, there's just no helping it. I blame my Senior for being way too gorgeous. It completely made me unable to control myself. Have you said enough yet? The other day, in the study hall, you suggested wanting to change up our tutoring method, and I agreed not to make you study inside the school anymore, switching to a different environment instead. And what about you? This is only our very first session, and if you keep up this attitude, then absolutely no one can save you, and you're definitely going to fail your finals. Yes. Senior is entirely right. I have deeply and sincerely recognized my mistakes. And as self-punishment, I've decided to skip those 2 extra portions of snacks. I'm just kidding. Don't be mad, Senior. I'll bring out the real, genuine deal for you to look at right now. Jiang Yun, if you dare pull another stunt on me, when you look at a painting and feel like you're staring into a mirror, just what kind of mind-blowing experience is that? What's truly breathtaking isn't the artwork itself, but the person captured inside the frame. How on earth is this guy's drawing skill so insanely good? Not only can he play instruments and sing, but his art skills are also this top tier. Just how many more hidden talents does this guy even have? Do you like this notebook, Senior? Isn't it way more sincere than the last one? It's alright, I guess. I'll help you take good care of this item. As if I ever intended to keep it for myself, anyway. What? Am I supposed to paste it above my bedhead to ward off evil spirits? What did you just say? No, nothing at all. I meant that it's a gift for Senior, of course. Senior must be starving by now. Let's dig in. Thanks for the memo, I guess. Cough, cough. Didn't you say you could handle spicy food? Give me a bottle of mineral water and a bowl. Please. Thank you. Right away. Please wait a moment, valued customer. Senior, this stuff is seriously burning my tongue off. Just dip it in the bowl of water to rinse it off and it'll get better instantly. Thanks, Senior. Tomorrow we'll take a break from tutoring for one day. Make sure you discipline yourself to review properly, while closely following the pace of the new lectures in class. We'll resume our lessons the day after tomorrow. Understood, Senior, you can rest easy. Whatever I've promised you, I will definitely deliver. My grades are guaranteed to skyrocket like crazy. Whoa man, Lao Jiang, where the heck did you pull this guitar from? Your entire interface changed so abruptly. Did you suddenly switch over to the artsy literary class build, or what? You guys don't understand a thing about this. Our very own Jiang Jun here totally went viral online this very afternoon. He joined the Guitar Club's recruitment event and performed live playing and singing simultaneously. Singing the girl and then dropping. Sunny day right after, totally sweeping the charts. No way. I heard that the guitar he's holding. All right. Shut your traps and stop running your mouths. Huazi. As if I'd ever believe that. If Lao Jiang actually knows how to play an instrument, then pigs might as well fly. His real goal wasn't even about that. He probably just hauled it around to show off and pick up girls. Ha ha ha. Do you boys want to get your stats boosted or what? Daddy will carry you through the weight. Piss off. You shameless jerk. It's my turn to go take a shower now. Bro Jiang. You've just been typing away, click-clack-click from morning till night. Don't you ever get sick of it? Do you get sick of eating rice every single day? Didn't think so. Huh. And so the thick-skinned Jiangjun sent a game party invite over to Suminfei. Only by winning can you truly call yourself badass. What do you mean by that, Senior? So that means you're tacitly agreeing to let me carry you to victory, right? Spot on. Youth overflowing with pure happiness. Except, when it comes to coming up with gamer tags, Senior, you've seriously got a real talent for it. Following this logic of yours, Senior, are there a few other names like 1.5 points or silver coins? And then you just deduce them like that? Nope, that's all there is. Senior, the two of us are evenly matched, neck and neck. And your username is also wildly quirky and unique. If the two of us team up and play together, it literally forms the ultimate matching pair. What did you say? Dragon and Phoenix Rising, right? Start the match already. You guys pick first, I'll fill in whatever's missing. I'll go jungle. Suminfei instantly locked in the hero angler without hesitation. Damn, locking in a hero right from the get-go. Let's just hope she actually has the skills to carry the team. Jiang Jun finally selected Li Bai for the jungle role. By a strange twist of fate, the enemy team's 5th pick chose Dongwang Tai. Their jungle had already picked that old hen character from the start, and with jungle pressure already high, this makes things way more hardcore. As soon as they enter the match, the support Xiang Yu and the marksman Lu Ban went down the lane together. Guard the blue buff for me, thanks. Loud and clear. He walked over to take a look, glanced at it for literally a split second, and immediately turned back to mid lane to clear out the minions. Right after Jiang Jun finished clearing the red buff, he noticed that no matter which lane he looked at, there wasn't even a trace of Dongwang Tai anywhere. A sudden sense of bad premonition welled up deep inside his chest. We're screwed. The blue buff is definitely gone. Just as Jiang Jun muttered those words under his breath, he peeked his head over toward the blue buff area, and one look showed that half of the jungle camp had been wiped clean. Only the blue buff itself and 2 small monsters on the opposite side remained, as they were being ganged up on by Lu Ban and Xiang Yu. Now, that is what you call a true pro player. Both sides suddenly erupted into an all-out team fight, right at this very moment. Watching their side's Dark Lord lane unfold, Ming Wei rushed forward and unleashed a flock of crows to clear the minions. Jiang Jun's Li Bai calculated the timing perfectly and used his first skill to dash forward, requesting backup. Attack! The very next second, just as Jiang Jun's Li Bai used his first skill to stack, his passive. Before his ultimate skill could even be unleashed, Xiang Yu bulked up and shoved that Dong Wang from the other side, shoving him straight into Li Bai's face. Holy shit, don't hit Dong Wang. Just as Jiang Jun frantically sent out a warning, Angler immediately unleashed her ultimate skill right onto him, followed by Luban unloading yet another cannonball. Jiang Jun's phone screen instantly went pitch black. Who knows what possessed that Mingwei? Because she chased after a low-health Wang Zhaojun and recklessly dove right under the turret. As a result, the moment her ultimate ended, she got frozen solid with a snap. The enemy used just a single support hero, Dong Wang, to trade for both our jungle and Dark Lord laners' lives. Now, that is what you call an insanely profitable business deal. Our base is under attack. Don't panic. I've got this. Awesome job, bros. Let's finish this game. I'm about to puke. What kind of dog's hit luck did I step on to make me run into a bunch of divine blessings descending to earth? Like you guys? Oh, my precious teammates. So this is what Legendary Diamond rank is actually like. Today, I finally got my eyes open to its sheer, mind-boggling magic. That evening, Jiang Jun and Su Minfei raced each other for a total of 4 matches. In the game, they slogged away for 2 whole hours, winning 2 and losing 2, basically playing just to drown their sorrows in loneliness. To make matters worse, the final match dragged on for a brutal 38 minutes. And just when they actually had a chance to win, that sneaky little rat, Bailang on the enemy team, sneaked in and backdoored their base. An entirely wasted evening. I'm done playing. You play, I'm logging off. Whoa there. The moment Jiang Jun typed those exact words, Su Minfei had already left the party squad, straight up exiting the game in a flash. He originally planned to carry a girl to rank up, and now look at this mess. Not only did his rank not budge, but he even pissed her off. Senior, I am so sorry. I genuinely never expected that modern-day diamond rank would actually be way more hardcore than challenger rank. It's fine, it's just a game. When Jiang Jun saw the message sent over by Su Minfei, he finally let out a sigh of relief deep down in his heart. Otherwise, he'd definitely be feeling super awkward all night long. This game isn't fun at all anymore. Therefore, I've made my decision. Tomorrow noon, I'll be handing you 3 tests to complete, along with 2 extra sets of review exercises. We'll host the official exam this Friday night. Whoa there, senior. If you didn't find the game fun, what's the deal with taking it out on me? By dumping all these tests and review assignments on my head? Please don't do this, senior. I genuinely don't need any extra review sessions. It won't affect my performance on the exam at all. Case closed, that's final. Come find me to pick up the materials tomorrow noon, right after class ends. Got it, senior. Don't worry, senior. Next time, let's meet up at the Net Cafe and play side by side in person. I guarantee I'll carry you all the way to top server and see how you like it. I'm technically his personal tutor, after all, so giving him a little bit extra homework is simply my duty and responsibility. Besides, I'm only doing this because I want what's best for him. Thinking about it this way actually makes total sense, right? Oh, Fei, what is this? Open it up and you'll find out what it is right away. Oh wow, I had no idea. Wait a second. This drawing looks so lifelike. Fei, where did you even get this from? Who drew it for you? On my way back from my part-time job, underneath the overpass, I ran into an old man setting up a street portrait stall. His work looked half decent, so I asked him to sketch one for me. An old man? Wait, just how much did this painting cost? It looks super high-end. I want to go get one drawn too. $250. Holy crap, that's highway robbery. Forget it then. I take back what I just said. If Yishuan ever found out that this very painting was actually drawn by that puppy dog Jiang Jun, whom Fei talks about all the time, just how utterly shocked would she be, I wonder. This acoustic guitar was left behind by the former president of the guitar club. And what's more, it even has the president's autograph right on it. Su Minfei. So, it actually has a real signature on it. Man, whoever wrote this has some seriously gorgeous handwriting. Sister, what kind of trouble could I possibly cause? I've always been an extremely well-behaved boy. Over the past few days at school, I've been totally immersed in studying and couldn't pull myself away. Oh, please, stop putting on a show for me. Just a moment ago, I saw your game account was online. You definitely must have just finished playing, right? Still, playing games is way better than running outside and stirring up trouble or drama. You little brat, you came back to school and kept completely quiet, and you didn't even bother to give your sister a heads up. Speaking of your studies, how do you feel about the private tutor I found for you? Seeing that final text message sent over by his older sister, Jiang Jun's mind instantly conjured up the breathtaking beauty of Su Minfei. Yet guys can sometimes say one thing while thinking another. It feels pretty average, just SOSO, I guess. If that's what you're saying, then how about I switch you to a different tutor instead? What do you think about getting someone else to tutor you? Huh, we're just chatting here. Switching people is an absolute no-go. Actually, she's great. No need to change anyone at all. Swapping back and forth is way too much of a hassle. She's extremely strict whenever she's tutoring me, and I think she's amazing. All right, if you say so, then I won't interfere anymore. All right, your motorcycle has finished getting repaired too. Since I left my phone number last time, pick a free slot and go pick it up yourself, so they'll stop blowing up my phone with messages. Doctor. When asked how she is, you say she's just ordinary. Yet the second she offers to switch people, you flip the script and shower her with praise. This whole situation definitely smells like there's something fishy going on. After all, no matter what anyone says, little Fei Fei is still the absolute campus belle of Harbor University. Fei Fei is great in every single way, except that she's just way too cold and arrogant. She's already a junior and still hasn't even been in a single relationship yet. As for Jiang Jun, this little punk, he might not even have what it takes to melt that 1,000-year ice cap and make it bloom. Since things have come to this, I'll just have to lend the two of them a helpful push. As luck would have it, over the past few days, just the right opportunity has presented itself. Bro Hua, I've got some personal matters to attend to, so I won't be joining you guys for lunch. If Lao Yang refuses to pack up some takeout and bring it back for me, then you guys can grab an extra portion for me, all right? What kind of business could you possibly have? Today at cafeteria number 2. How bizarre. Could Lao Jiang really be completely unaware of the massive event about to go down at cafeteria number 2 this noon? There's no way that's possible. Logically speaking, he should be the absolute first person to catch wind of it, and the most eager one to sprint over there right away. The entire area right outside the gates of cafeteria number 2 was already jam-packed with a massive crowd of spectators rubbernecking. You could say that ever since the new semester started. Today is the day cafeteria number 2 has gathered the largest crowd in history because this very noon, the wealthy second-gen heir and top student of the freshman business administration department, Zhu Kaiwan, is going to make a public confession to the computer science department's newly crowned campus belle, Zheng Xintong. The venue is set to take place right at cafeteria number 2. Shen Lang used to study in the business administration department before transferring over to computer science, and what's more, back then Zhu Kaiwan was actually his classmate. The two of them even used to be roommates for quite a period of time. Their relationship could be considered very close. That's why Shen Lang was able to go undercover and find out about Zhu Kaiwan's confession plan early on, back when Jiang Jun drove his Lamborghini supercar straight into Harbor University. The very first person to ever sit in the passenger seat was none other than her. Every time Zheng Xintong got in and out of the car, she was snapped by students all over campus, and the photos were even uploaded to the university's girl support forum and student message boards. Back then, this incident caused a massive uproar and whipped up quite a storm across the entire campus. Even many days after Jiang Jun got into his accident, wild rumors and gossip about the two of them were still spreading like wildfire throughout the school. Yet on that particular evening, after Zheng Xintong climbed into the car, what on earth actually transpired between the two of them? Only the people directly involved truly understood. Xintong herself never once stepped forward to clarify any of those rumors. And by the time Jiang Jun finally wanted to clear his name, he no longer had the chance, because a sudden, unexpected accident struck him down right up until just a few days ago. When Jiang Jun finally returned to school, Xintong truly lives up to her title as the new campus belle. That pure and sweet beauty of hers. The moment she flashes a smile. It is honestly drop-dead gorgeous. Hey, attention units, look over here. At the 9 o'clock direction, the main female lead of today's drama has just entered the stage. Suddenly, I noticed the girl walking right next to Zhang Xintong. She's looking seriously stacked and fine, isn't she? When it comes to pure facial looks, she might not quite surpass Zhang Xintong. But when talking about that figure, damn it, Hua Zi, have you lost your damn mind? Shut your trap. Why are you shouting so loud? Thank goodness there's a loud crowd everywhere right now. Otherwise your voice would be echoing across the entire cafeteria. My bad. She's wearing that tight, light pink fitted t-shirt. And on top of that, she's totally packing some major curves. It's seriously way too dazzling to look at. You guys need to check your dignity and self-control. I've seen way bigger than that before. Remember back in the day? Forget it, never mind. A true hero never dwells on his past glorious conquests. Let's just enjoy our meal and focus on pulling up a chair to eat our melons. Ting ting, don't you think the cafeteria feels a bit unusual right now? It feels like a lot of people are staring straight in our direction. Tong tong, you're just overthinking things. Don't forget you're the new campus belle, after all. Wherever you go, people are bound to check you out, especially that bunch of guys. No, wait, that's not what I mean. I meant the expressions on those people's faces. Just give me this weird vibe like they're watching a juicy drama unfold. Oh my god, Zhang Xintong. Holy crap. Is he planning to confess to Zhang Xintong? Do you guys think Xintong will actually agree to Zhu Kaiwen? Hard to say. Besides, I heard a rumor that right when the semester started, didn't Zhang Xintong drop hints for some guy from the computer science department who drove a supercar to school before getting into a car crash? Was there something ambiguous going on between those two? I know you're talking about Jiang Jun, but it seems like that story totally crashed and burned afterward. Word has it that he just returned to school these past 2 days. Xintong, ever since our military training, right during that fateful night of the talent show, I fell completely head over heels in love with you. Someone once said that liking someone means having the courage to pursue them relentlessly. What I want to say is, Xintong, I like you. Will you be willing to stay by my side? Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Classmate Zhu, thank you for your kind feelings. But I currently don't have any thoughts like that. The roses are gorgeous, but they belong in the hands of someone more suitable. Excuse me, please make way for a moment. What on earth is going on today? It feels like the entire Harbor University has crammed into cafeteria number 2. Senior, I honestly never expected that cafeteria number 2 would be packed with this many people. If I'd known, we should have just changed our lunch spot instead. Are you rejecting me because of that guy? So all those romantic rumors between you and him back when the semester started were actually true. That very night, you obediently climbed into his car. Why, Xintong? Was it because you saw he had money? If you like Lamborghinis, tomorrow I can go buy one and drive it right back. From now on, I'll wait around to take you out cruising every single day. Whatever Jiang Jun could possibly give you. If you're so stubbornly determined to interpret it that way, then go ahead and delude yourself all you want. Kindly get out of my way. What a coincidence. Did you come to cafeteria number 2 to eat as well? Mem? Just turning around and walking away like that just now? Are all campus belles really this stuck-up and arrogant? I don't think I even did anything wrong, right? My friend's surname Zhu. How could you possibly blurt out words like that just now? Tong Tong is the type of girl who warms up to people slowly. If you want to pursue her, you shouldn't be so impatient and throw a tantrum. I seriously don't even know how to properly chew you out. Stop trailing behind me. Suman Fei didn't utter a single word. She just cast a chilling glare his way. That gaze seemed to be implicitly asking him, if you drag your sorry self in there right now, aren't you basically walking straight into your own execution? After that, she promptly turned around and walked away from this chaotic drama. Just who on earth is this freshman recruit, anyway? Both the new campus belle and the top-tier senior campus queen of the entire school are tangled up in romantic gossip and scandals with him. And on top of that, they're walking around on such intimate terms. Is this what people call the legendary superpower of cold, hard cash? However, judging by how things look right now, it's a given that Zhu Kaiwen now holds a bone-deep grudge against Jiang Jun. They're both young master heirs from wealthy families. So why hang themselves from the exact same tree? You don't need to follow me anymore. I've already handed the study materials over to you, and I need to go pick up a package and grab some lunch while I'm out. What a coincidence. I was also planning to head out through the side gate. Senior, let's walk together, shall we? A document envelope. I haven't ordered a single thing online recently, have I? And even if I did, the packaging wouldn't look anything like this. To my surprise, it turned out to be 2 invitation tickets for a musical instrument exhibition.